God. So abrupt. Hello. This is Agony. Agony Aunt, however the fuck you want to say it. I think it's funnier to say it Agony Aunt. Because it kind of sounds like Raggedy Ann. I don't know if this is gonna be a good volume. Honestly, the sound it makes when this page pops up is jarring. But also, this is, holy shit, this is so nostalgic. Yeah, this is, wait, is it, no, it's just Agony. Yeah. Nope, it's Dear Agony. That is the full title of this. Whatever. In any case, it looks like a good time. Okay? Look at this. Look at this UI. Oh my god. Look out. The best autumnal recipes. That's right. Also, apparently it's a fucking autumn mode at the moment. We love that. Welcome. Congratulations on securing a trial period with EF Magazine. You could be our next full-time Agony Aunt. We believe Agony Aunt is a job title reflecting the work someone does and the skills they possess. Nothing more, nothing less. As our prospective Agony Aunt, we require you to respond to just 2 pleas for help a day. This will be enough for us to assess your suitability for the role. EF Magazine prides itself on being a British publication that is enjoyed worldwide with an extensive range of features and articles offering something for everyone. So expect all manner of individuals to get in touch and ask for help. When the messages arrive, select which 2 you'd like to answer based on their subject lines. Once you have confirmed your choices, the messages will be available from the inbox to read and respond to. After you've completed your work, you may sign out for the day. Take this time to relax and prepare for your next shift. You cannot look after others if you aren't looking after yourself. Do not underestimate how difficult it is to be an Agony Aunt. You have to judge situations from only what the writer has chosen to share. You do not know any of the people involved, and the problem will inevitably be presented with bias. Nevertheless, our valued readers have reached out to you, so you must advise them as well as you possibly can using the information you're given. Compassion is an essential trait in an Agony Aunt, and every member of the EF Magazine team must care about the readers. Without them, we're nothing. For each reader you successfully help will be able to publish their problem in your reply in the next issue of EF Magazine. If enough of your responses are ones we can publish, you will be hired at the end of the week. We'll be in touch on Saturday after reviewing your work. Entertainment and Fun Magazine. Okay. Oh. Hello, wow, you're emailing me from Bloody Entertainment and Fun Magazine? I know this is a British publication, and I'm not caring. I'm doing a belly go. You got through to the next stage. Clearly your application kicked ass. Keep reminding yourself this week that you already impressed EF Magazine enough that they chose you for the trial period, so they obviously like you. And now you get to prove to them what an ace Agony Aunt you'd be. This has been your dream job for ages, and you're so close to making it come true. You'd better be feeling great about yourself right now. You'll get a decision from EF Magazine on Saturday. Let me know what they say. Whatever happens, I hope you love trying out being an Agony Aunt this week. Love, hey. Jam with Gran. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, yo. Chester, no smoking. Leave my leaves alone. Fuck. There's a couple of these. Okay, we've got to choose this because it sounds gay. And then I want... This is probably just some stupid fucking boomer being like, oh my god, this weird neighbor of mine is like being weird about the leaves on my lawn. They're like raking up my leaves. Why would they do that? Jam with Gran sounds really cute, but also that could be sad. Yeah, we're doing Leave My Leaves Alone. Happy Halloween month. Woo! Have a spectacular spooky October. We are best friends. We've been best friends the entire time since we started primary school and chose each other as a partner for a clapping game activity. Honestly, the best decision of our lives. Now we're 14 and we always choose each other for everything. We're together so much that each other's family thinks of us as part of their family. Did that even make sense? Whatever. So the problem that we're having is with this other girl at school. This girl is nice and everything, and we used to hang out with her sometimes, but she wants to be involved in everything that we do. We don't want to be cruel and tell her to go away, but like we really don't want her there all the time. What can we do? Actually, Halloween is a good example of her being clingy. Our costume idea is to dress as Siamese cat twins. That's so cute, right? This girl wants to join in and be Siamese cat triplets, but that idea fucking sucks. No one thinks of Siamese cat triplets. Even if the idea didn't suck, that's not even the point, okay? We'd still want it to just be the two of us, because we're so cool. She's always like this. Help. What? Oh, include her. Set boundaries. Yeah. Hey, bud. Literally, I know that you're 14 or whatever, and like confrontation is hard, but like communication, it goes a long way. Just try. I can honestly tell you that I am the most content in life I've ever been. My day-to-day existence is pleasant and fulfilling. One of the activities that brings joy to my heart is the voluntary work I do with my sister a couple times a week. It's something I always look forward to and plan to continue for, well, maybe forever. We meet in the largest park in our city and pitch in to keep it in tip-top condition. In the spring, we'll remove the weeds to give the flowers room to grow. And in the summer, we'll water the plants to keep them hydrated. And in the winter, we'll scatter grit and salt on the paths to make sure nobody slips over. Our main task for autumn is to rake the leaves that fall from the trees. But this is troublesome, because the pile of leaves is a tempting sight for many a child, and they kick the leaves all over the place, and my work is undone. Do you know any behavior management techniques for children? What can I do to prevent those little pests from spoiling my neat and tidy work? In exchange for your advice, my advice to you is to not worry about it, and just treat yourself from time to time. Life carries on no matter what you do, so you may as well have as cheerful a time as you can. Hell yeah. Yes, this is definitely the correct answer. You should definitely set a pit trap underneath those leaves. If you can't beat them, join them. Yes. I get the feeling that neither of those answers were correct. Oh, you are funny. And maybe you're right. The reason I volunteer in the park is to allow others to go outside and enjoy nature. Children love kicking a big pile of leaves and watching the golden foliage flutter around them. That means the work I'm doing in the park is in fact allowing them to go outside and enjoy nature. It isn't wasted effort at all. Since you suggested it, maybe I'll have a go and I'll get my sister to join in. It does look like fun. Excellent. Cool. The way that email started off, I was so sure that Dinah was gonna be like a crazy person. What? Spam? Oh my god. They've got splendiferous pies. Hi there, Agony. There's no question that you know a good pie when you see one, which is why we've selected you for our exclusive offer. Giving favorite customers like you preferential treatment would make our other customers green with envy, so we cannot divulge the details of the special price that we've reserved just for you, Agony, nor can we make this offer available for long in case the word gets out. This is an unbelievable deal that you will not want to miss. Act now! To take part in this promotion, just reply to this email with literally all of your information ever. And guess what? We'll throw in yet another tasty extra if you answer a couple fun questions. It'll help us get to know our favorite customer. Wow. It's so funny how this looks like it was written by a person and not just like a stupid spam bot. Crazy. Anyways. School disco. Coffee. Adventuring elder. Ugly lamp. Okay, well, we have to take that one. Heck. There's some good ones here. Fuck. There's some really good ones here. Why can I only pick 2? This is mean, actually. It's actually extremely rude of you to make me only pick 2. I want to know what's... No. We have to have ugly lamp on here. That's non-negotiable. I need to know about this ugly lamp. Fuck. Yeah, fuck it. We'll do these 2. James. At this moment, I cannot deny my fixation. It arises from the incessant fussing of my younger relatives. No doubt their hearts are in the right place and all, but I do feel awfully stifled by them. It's true that I require their assistance more than I used to, but bless it all, I am not as feeble as they believe me to be. Oh, the elder in this case is the person writing. I thought this was just a fucking dweebus. I mean, it's still a dweebus, but it's like an old dweebus. My objections to their excessive worrying seem to fall on deaf ears, and that does put me in somewhat of a sulk. You see, they fret whenever I try to go outside, fearing that I will trip over or catch germs that my body cannot fend off. But what bally use is there in protecting me if it means I cannot live? If these are to be my final years, I'd most certainly like to gain as many splendid new experiences as I can. What? I must point out, despite my feeling of suffocation, I jolly well love my family. Reading this not in the accent that it's indicative of is so fucking funny to me. And I've committed to this bit, so this is what we get. What is life without one's nearest and dearest, eh? I am a fortunate chap indeed, because they pop by almost daily, and seeing them on my doorstep does bring quite the smile to my face. Dear friends of mine have been all but forgotten by their relatives now that they're old, useless, and boring. What a bunch of losers, am I right? An overly protective family is far preferable to a neglectful one, wouldn't you say? I do rather want my family to know that I'm dashed grateful to have them, and there's nothing in the world that can beat tea, biscuits, and a good old chinwag with them, but they really must allow me to make the most of my days. Do any strategies spring to mind to deal with this spot of bother I find myself in. Doodle pip. What even is this? Sneak out. Explain. This is gonna be a theme amongst all of these, isn't it? It's gonna be like, talk. Just fucking talk to your people. You fucking goons. My wife's sister gave us a hideous lamp as a housewarming gift, and my wife and I both think it is absolutely disgusting. We do not want it tainting the new home we worked so hard to purchase. This lamp predicament is complicated further by the fact that it's not only a gift given to us by my sister-in-law, but one that she made herself. Arts and crafts is her hobby, and she would certainly be insulted if she did not see this ghastly lamp in our living room when she comes to visit. We do not want the ugly lamp, and we do not want family tension. Please, what the fuck do we do? Well, I think it would be funnier to like put it in your house, but then when she's not around, just like throw a blanket over it, and then it can be like your little friendly ghost. Hey, let me type in shit. Hey, we can't say return it, right? Returning it is way worse than just not using it. Returning it is so much fucking worse. Returning it is quite possibly the worst thing you could have offered. Like that's crazy. Never in my entire life would I have even imagined telling anybody that in response to this. This answer does unfortunately come with this shitty caveat, and I hate that. Because that's simply garbage. You didn't have to add that on. You could have just said, keep the lamp. You know, put it out when she's around, put it away when she's not. You know? But okay. That's fine. I don't... Oh. Well, you could knock me over with a feather. Your advice is simple but sensible and ought to have been barely obvious to me. Jolly good show, Agony Aunting. When my relatives come to visit, conversation is our primary occupation, and we'll happily talk until the cows come home, or indeed until we finish the packet of biscuits. But our chatter can descend into squabbling at the drop of a hat. I say, when was the last time I articulated my needs and desires to them without getting into a huff? Ha! Dear me, have I really been in a pickle all this time simply because of a habit of bickering? I shall remedy the situation at the earliest opportunity and be sure to speak to my family in a calm and measured way befitting of a gentleman. I have faith in my family to listen if I explain the reasons behind my longing for freedom. If all goes well, perhaps tomorrow we shall be planning a marvelous adventure that we can embark on together. What? Thanks awfully, old bean. The wonders of an outside perspective. I'm so glad we're done with that guy. That's exhausting. To all employees, we are in the process of updating our system and require all staff members to confirm their details and reset their password. Your current password will expire in less than 24 hours. This is necessary to prevent any security breaches. This went to spam. It does. Can I actually click on that? Wait. Oh shit, wait. No, it doesn't have the actual like email that it's from. It's not the same as the other one though. And it sent it to spam. Yeah, it's E&F magazine instead of EF. I can now sign out for the day. I want to look at my desktop. What's in the... There's nothing in the recycle bin. What's in the menu? Ah, that makes sense. Can I task manager end everything? No. Damn. Would have been funny. Okay, we're not gonna blow up our spot. Can you imagine if it didn't let us in though? That would be so funny. Oh, another one. Dr. Job Recruitment. Dear Mr. Ant. Are we correct that you are seeking employment? Don't you wish you could working from home? That way you can spend more time with your family. If you join our recruitment site, you will find thousands upon thousands of opportunity to do just that and earn gratifying wages. Make your dreams come true with a working from home job. Get money. .con. That's funny. On the nose. Hairy legs, something serious, secret crush, gotta get built. Oh, from original Lambeth. So what even the hell? Unwanted housemate. Okay, well, I gotta get the tea for that. I love shit like that. I'm so fucking curious about this, but also I'm a little afraid that it's like some religious retreat, like building a church kind of thing. Just between the subject line and the who it's from. I don't know, but that's the vibe I get. Let's hear about this secret crush. I'm Nora, and the youngins would probably say I'm from the older generation these days, I suppose. Live out here in the sticks, and I'm right proud of my home. A Yorkshire lass, through and through I am. So that's a bit of background for you. When I say I'm in the middle of nowhere, I'm not pulling your leg. My village has a once-a-day bus service that exists to get the older bairns to and from secondary school, because we've only got a primary school around here. Where did I go? I found myself. There's not but the pub for entertainment. My local library is a mobile library. The convenience shop down the road and my own garden are where I get my food from. God damn it. It might sound a bit daft, but my problem pertains to visiting the shop. Everyone in the village has been wondering when the shopkeeper would let his son take over serving the customers. The two of them have been managing the shop together for donkeys. That's a crazy turn of phrase. Hold up. That's a crazy turn of phrase. I need to know how that originated. I'm gonna look that up later. Yeah, managing the shop together for donkeys, but the owner was stubborn about staying as the face of the place. Last week he finally relented, and the most recent few times I've been in, it was the son who served me at the till. Dad must be old as time because his son is about my age, and well, what has transpired is that I've gone and got myself a bloody crush on him. I used to be able to nip down the shop without a thought, and now I'm faffing with my hair and wondering whether my blouse is flattering. Got myself having a sly look at his hands and being chuffed to find no ring there. By heck, you'd think I'd be past this at my age. I'm right flummoxed about what to do. I don't know whether I could summon the courage to ask him out, even if I wanted to. If I did ask him out and he turned me down, Might be too embarrassed to ever go back in there. Then where would I get my food from? Perhaps it'd be best to say nut. Nut. What a dot. Bibrev. I mean, so I hate to be this guy, but this is my advice. This is what I would do, and this would be my advice. I am a loser, and I will continue to be a loser. And I can't in good conscience recommend ever telling anybody feelings. I know that this goes against everything that I've been telling everybody else. It's like, you just gotta talk about your shit. I don't take my own advice, you idiots. But also, like, this could be catastrophic. Like, truly, if you... I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. Nuh-uh. Just wait it out. Don't think about it. Just forget about it. Just fully forget about it. It's fine. PhD students tend to be conducting intensive high-level academic research. Therefore, they tend to require a relatively calm and stable environment to live and work in. Is that too much to ask for? I planned ahead. I knew I would need peace and quiet in order to focus. My friend and I started our qualifications, me, pure mathematics, her mathematical logic, at the same time, at the same institution, and agreed there was potential for a synergistic living environment if we became co-occupants of a 2-bedroom flat. Our similar circumstances and needs made us compatible housemates. Additionally, we occasionally found amusement in sharing maths-related humor or puzzles that others wouldn't care to understand. We were never close friends, but we had a respectful and companionable relationship that provided an agreeable home for the both of us. And then her boyfriend lost his job. My friend requested that I allow her boyfriend to stay with us for a week or 2 weeks, absolute maximum, after he lost his job and thus lost his flat. I considered this and concluded that it can be shrewd to make allowances in order to maintain an affable friendship, so I consented. It crossed my mind that it would be a risk to violate our rental contract by permitting him to stay for as much as 2 weeks, but it also seemed probable that the landlord wouldn't find out. I believed the benefits outweighed the risks. That was 2 months ago. He's still here. My assessment of the arrangement has changed drastically as a result of the duration of his stay. I vehemently believe the advantages are now far outweighed by the disadvantages. I acknowledge that his personal circumstances are problematic and are likely to be causing him mental anguish, but he is not my responsibility. I'm paying for half of everything, so I expect to possess half, not a third, of everything. True, they are sharing my friend's bedroom, so I still have half of the bedrooms, but we're all sharing the bathroom, and the kitchen, and the living room. When I moved in here, I was expecting a quiet 2-person living arrangement. His presence is noticeable, and I'm becoming increasingly resentful of him being here without paying for anything, and without it being a situation I agreed to. Even if he were making a financial contribution, I still want the originally intended arrangement of living with one person to whom I can relate through the common ground of our educational status. Furthermore, the longer he remains here, the greater the risk that there will be undesirable repercussions from the landlord becoming aware of the contract-violating goings-on in the flat. My friend claims that her boyfriend spends such large portions of the day playing video games and drinking cheap beer because he is unhappy. Is this supposed to account for why he rarely showers as well? His preference for how to occupy his time and his lack of personal hygiene habits make me uncomfortable. Although I do not appreciate him using the amenities I pay for, it would be nice if he would shower more frequently. I'm also tired of falling asleep to the sound of gunfire from his games. Does he not own headphones? What a fucking idiot. If he's unhappy with his life, it's illogical to continue the same routines.
He ought to stop sitting in front of the television for upwards of 8 hours a day, controlling an avatar who runs around shooting indistinguishable soldiers. Instead, he should spend more time searching for jobs and taking action to improve his prospects. Otherwise, his life will remain in a state which makes him unhappy. Isn't that obvious? His behavior makes me angry because it causes all three of us distress. I want him out of my flat. The fact of the matter is I have come to the end of my tether. He must leave. Can you suggest an effective approach that will have fast results?
Well, you see, murder. Push him down the stairs. Oh, push his belongings down the stairs. Yeah, as funny as this would be, that's not gonna solve it. That's only gonna make it worse. And also probably alert your landlord to the fact that he's there. You gotta talk to people. Unless it's about feelings, in which case don't do that. Thank you for encouraging us to be brave. We told the girl that we're her friend, but we still need time together, just the two of us, because we're basically sisters and we love each other more than anyone. Week walk. She was in a bit of a mood with us for a while, but nothing serious. A group from our class, including her, went shopping after school, and it was all fine by then. She shared her cookies with us and everything, so she can't be that mad at us. We feel so much better now that we can stop worrying about having another girl intruding on our friendship. The Siamese cat twins costume is on. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for showing us it's okay to say no as long as we're not being mean about it. Best friends forever. Yeah, totally. The unsightly lamp is still there. Now when I look at it, I also think of you. Funnily enough, this has not dampened my urge to smash it. You didn't have to fucking do what I told you. Hey, buddy, you have free will. I don't know if you know this. You do have free will. Just throwing that out there. But, you know, whatever. Crazy. Being like, this is your fault. And also, I kind of want to kill you about it. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Oh. Sensitivity and social skills are not present on any list of strengths I would give about myself. The music has changed to something really thoughtful and introspective that belongs in like a weird documentary, and it's throwing me so fucking hard. Yeah, sensitivity and social skills are not present on any list of strengths I would give about myself, so I appreciate the guidance you offered for the confrontation to increase the probability of success. As per your instructions, I suggested the house meal and took the time to drink chamomile tea to calm down before we convened. During the meal, I made sure to be conscious of the matter in which I was speaking, so that I kept my voice steady and did not yell at them. I found the evening awkward, but it proved to be productive. I've agreed to give it 3 more days, and they've agreed that even if he doesn't find a new flat of his own in that time, he will stay with friends elsewhere. He is not going to find a flat of his own in 3 days because he still has no job, but I was restrained and made no comment to that effect. In these remaining days, they're both going to make an effort to be more considerate and respectful of the fact that I am paying for half of everything. I think this outcome is as satisfactory as could be hoped for. I cannot wait to put him and his stench behind me. He sounds like my brother. Right, you are, love. It's been so long since I last had a schoolgirl crush. I'd forgotten that waiting for it to pass was even a possibility. Don't know what I was expecting. Like, did I think it'd be permanent? As you say, I'll carry on as usual, going to the shop when I have need, and trying to stay composed while I'm there. With time, the feelings will fade and everything will be right as rain. I'll let you in on another secret. Though it's been awkward,
It has been fun to have a reason to want to dress up and look my best. Makes the last feel young again. Almost be ashamed to go back to normal. Incredible. I'm a genius. Tortoise stealth mission from Your Only Hope 92. Oh no. Oh no. It's about to be some fucking crazy ass bullshit. I want to know about this tortoise. And I do have a morbid curiosity about the stealth mission, unfortunately. Although we could make them both just pet ones. I'm just so afraid that this is gonna be some fucking Chunibyo nonsense. Fuck it, whatever. If it's a dweebus, that's what we get. I'm gonna sound— oh no, what is this shit? I'm gonna sound mushy right now, but I reckon my best friend Jake Reloading 92 is the best person I've ever met. He's always got my back in game and IRL. Anyway, earlier this year we got to travel for our first LAN party. We always agreed that we wouldn't go without each other, and this was the first time we both got permission, and it was sick. But I think Jake Reloading 92 had an even better time than I did because he met Excalibur. They've been talking online whenever they can, and now they're officially an item. Whoa. They've not seen each other in person since the LAN party, so Jake Reloading 92 thinks it'd be super romantic to be all like, I'm visiting you, surprise, stop you loser. He asked me to go with him, and I was like, that sounds a bit gay, but now I'm actually wondering what to do. Should I go? Jake Reloading 92's parents are like homophobic, at least when it comes to their own son. Obviously, he doesn't have permission to make this trip. That means I can't even try to get permission from my parents because it has to be a secret. That's also why I'm sticking with our online names in this email. Who knows what Jake Reloading 92's parents would do to him if we got caught. He wants to go first thing tomorrow so that he can just pretend he's going to school and his parents won't question it. Excalibur lives somewhere that is a pain and a half to get to, so the journey is going to involve a train and then a bus or two to the ass end of nowhere. We did a bit of recon, but we don't really know how to get to Excalibur's house, so we might get completely lost. Oh god. It's a disaster waiting to happen, really. But I'm pretty sure the idiot would go with or without me, and I don't want him having a harder time because he's on his own. Should I do this for him? I mean, if he's gonna go regardless, at least go together. Jesus fucking Christ. But also, then you're like third wheeling, and that sucks, right? Shit. I mean, wait. Did he ask you to go with him, or did you just butt in on this? Wait. Hold on. He asked me to go with him. Okay. Yeah, go. I was like, you're not just putting in on this, right? Because that will be so awkward. Do it. Fuck parents. Stupid heads. What do they know anyways? Especially shitty, hateful ones. Like, come on. When you've got a physical disability like I have, people always think that's who you are. Like, that's all there is to know about you. You know what I'm saying? I think everyone gets judged on their appearance because that's the first information anyone has about you. I mean, except blind people. For me, that means people see someone who's too much effort to hang out with or someone who's too different than them, so they don't bother to get to know me as a person. It's very hard when I'm trying to make friends. The only one I know who doesn't care about that stuff is Ska, my pet tortoise. You named your tortoise Ska. Incredible.
when I first seen him in the reptile shop, it was like we was basically mates already. Guess I've got a solid group down guess I've got a solid group down on the community center as well. We've got free coffee mornings on Tuesdays that I can go to that are a good laugh. But I swear Scott is the only one I can trust to be there for me no matter what. Next week I've got to go to hospital for a few days. This is why I need a friend, because I need someone to take care of Scott while I'm away. Can't just leave him for days, but there's nobody that I'm close with to ask for favors from. I don't know what to do. Scott's my best mate. Don't want to let him down. Fill Scott's tank with food. See, but are tortoises the kind of animals that'll just eat everything that's in front of them, even when they're so full, and then like kill themselves from fucking eating too much, like fish? Cause that's bad. Ask your community center group. Doy. There you go, easy. Oh, that was fast. Yeah, I like that idea of taking Scott's tank down in the community center, because then I don't have to ask just one person to look after him. Favor doesn't feel so big that way. And if they say yes, Scott's all sorted. All of them people can go have a go giving him walks and fresh lettuce and all that. I bet he's gonna be popular because he's wicked. He's always making me laugh. Like when he'll not even flinch if you give him an apple that's twice the size of him. He'll just go for it and try to eat the whole thing. And this is why we did not suggest putting all the food in his tank. Scott's a tiny reptilian legend. Advice was sound. Cheers. Bonus, I don't have to give no one my keys. Excellent. Fantastic. We're the greatest. God. Let me tell you, the Windows XP startup sound was not that abrupt. Or at least not that loud. The greatest cereal, mega science. Hey, wait a minute. Salutations. Let us tell you how exceptionally lucky you are to receive this email. You are mind-blowingly lucky, out of this world lucky. So lucky all your footwear must be horseshoes. Here at Mega Science Wizardry, we've concocted the best cereal humankind has ever known. It's radically scrumptious. There's nothing in life you could desire that's not present in this cereal. Your mornings will improve immeasurably if you start your day with Mega Science Wizardry cereal. You will want to eat it for all meals, even if you're an unacclaimed chef. Head to our website and buy enough boxes to fill every cupboard in your home, including the bathroom cabinet. I want my life to be saved by cereal code. Wow. That's weird. I'm gonna be so for real right now. That's a really weird thing to have a spam email about. Big Boss is a mystery. Devoted Christian. Incomplete decoding. These are all really vague. Big Boss. Mysteries. What is this music right now? Crazy. Big Boss is coming over my flat this evening. She's a tough but fair boss. Extremely professional. Also kind of prissy, but she managed to kick in the glass ceiling in her sensible 2-inch block-heeled polished loafers, so I can't knock her. This is my opportunity to impress her. I could be in with a chance of becoming a shop manager if I get this right. Conversation prep. This shop I work in is a charity shop that specializes in books and music and hosts events. I've been jotting down some suggestions for what I do if I'm promoted to manager. There's a core team of dedicated volunteers at the shop who bring invaluable expertise. However, many of the younger volunteers stay with us for less than a year. I would suggest that we hold a focus group with everyone currently on the team to discuss staff retention. I'll also pitch a couple ideas for events that I'm dying to run. You know you'd show up to a dinosaurs and rock and roll extravaganza. Oh my god. Atmosphere prep. My Debusty CD is in the CD player already. Classical music is always a winner, right? Don't worry, I'm not being totally pretentious with that. I genuinely like his music. My guides to globalization, human rights, and environmentalism are at
eye level on my bookshelf. I also shuffled around a few of my novels to get authors like George Orwell and Robert Trestle in a prominent position. I washed the dishes, took out the rubbish, vacuumed the floors, put my worn knickers in the laundry basket. The flat had got quite grimy, if I'm honest. Don't judge me, I'm a busy woman. Oh, and I opened the windows for a bit so that it won't smell so stale. Maybe I should run out and grab a couple of scented candles to be on the safe side. So, Agony Aunt, what I want from you is the recipe for success, as in a literal recipe, meaning what recipe shall I cook that will increase the likelihood that I'm successful in getting my promotion? Well, first of all, don't do that. You don't need mood music. Also, wait, you're having your boss over to your own place? That's horrifying. That's crazy and horrifying, and I would call HR. Spicy smash burgers. Hell yeah. I gotta promote the magazine. Also, pasta's probably better, especially if it's... Well, hold on. Allergies? Fucking dietary restrictions? Fucking pasta. I mean, pasta's great. I love pasta, don't get me wrong. But, like, the lack of dietary information is crazy when you're like, oh, give me a recipe for success. It was 11:27 on Wednesday morning when I observed that my right Wellington boot had toppled over. Although the pair of boots was by the open door, there were no adverse weather conditions that morning, and I had placed both of them squarely on the floor when I left them there, making it improbable that the boot fell over without interference from an outside party. Another peculiarity I noticed was that there were drips of dirty water across my previously clean floor. My suspicion is that the same outside party may be responsible for this as well. Why are some of these people just kind of crazy? I had been feeding the ducks from the bow of my narrow boat and was heading to the kitchen to fetch more slices of bread when these anomalies caught my eye. The culprit was no longer present, so I scoured my recent memories for clues as to what could have happened, but to no avail. Feeding the ducks is an absorbing pastime for me, to the extent that my supply of bread is depleted before I know it, so I was oblivious to any untoward event taking place. Since my own powers of perception had failed me, I questioned the occupants of the neighboring narrowboat, comprised of an amiable, middle-aged couple. They reported that they had seen no unusual activity on my vessel during the time in question. However, they stated that they had been distracted by their pet dog falling into the canal. With no other leads to follow, I am consulting you. Are you able to deduce what happened to cause the irregularities in my place of residence?
That'd be funny. I do have a feeling that it was probably the dog. The second that the dog was mentioned, I was like, that's probably it. Right. But also, this is in your own house. But also, you probably knocked it over yourself. Right? Because you just said that you went back in to go and get more bread. Right? Wait. Is this of your boat? Are we talking about, I thought that this was about a house and then all of a sudden you were on a boat. Is this the boat? I'm confused. I think it's the dog. Not to be a hater, but I don't think that the ducks did this. I'm pretty sure. I'd be willing to bet. But also I don't gamble. So I wouldn't be willing to bet. How long does this go for, I wonder? Oh, that's right. It did say like this weekend. It's Saturday. What's in spam? A lovemaking collective. Oh, whoa. What? We're here to protect your heart. On the Lovemaking Collective website, you'll be guided through all the trials and tribulations of your love life. You never have to be alone. As a member of our community, you'll be officially known as a collective sweetheart, and you'll be granted access to advice and expertise from across the globe. This is such a fucking long email. Oh my god. Come home to us. Psychologists, marriage counselors, rabbis, and more will be at the ready to advise you in any matters of the heart, not to mention the hundreds of other sweethearts who you can contact on the discussion forums and who always will have time for you. Our website is full to the brim with love, with elite professionals and caring sweethearts forming the community. The exceptional support that you deserve can be found within the Lovemaking Collective. You can count on us to give you just a taste of the resources available on our website. We welcome you to take our quiz. It will provide you with enlightenment on whether you and your romantic interests are compatible. How would you describe yourself? How would you describe your crush? How often do you talk to your crush? How often do you talk about your crush? What do you like the most about your crush? Do your friends like your crush? Do you and your crush share the same interests? What do you think of your crush's dress sense? They're not hopeless. Have you ever eaten in front of your crush? You unexpectedly... Oh, I thought that both of the answers basically amounted to no. And I was like, wait a minute. You unexpectedly see your crush while out for a walk. How do you react? What is your fantasy first date? Legoland. Pizza. This is expensive. Damn, somebody's rolling in the dough here. Hot choco. You invite your crush to the cinema and they accept, but they contact you on the day to say that they can't go because they're sick. How do you react? They're probably making excuses because they can't stand me. We're afraid to be around literally anyone else and think I'm disgusting. I know people like this. That's unfortunate. Like, y'all, buddy, no. What? Do you know there's star sign? Reply to this email to tell us whether you answered mostly A's or mostly B's. Well, I mean, clearly the B's are winning, right? But also that's extremely funny because of these two. These two, like, if you're extroverted, you're fucked. Crazy. Well, I can actually reply to this. Fuck. I mean, I think... like, not even actually considering someone in particular, because I don't do that. Yeah. Oh, wow, that was immediate. Hello, love. It means so much that you put your faith in us to provide insights into your love life. To view your quiz results, please honor us with more of your trust by giving us money. There's a minimum subscription length of 6 months, and then you're free to cancel whenever, but we would be so sad. We would never leave you. The Lovemaking Collective will always stay by your side. These are super totally real testimonials.
I thought I would be single forever because I'm already in my 40s and I work in IT, but then I signed up to the Lovemaking Collective, and with their guidance, I learned how to talk to women, and now I have the confidence to go on dates.
That I love how that didn't actually, like, this could be a menace to women everywhere. This didn't actually that doesn't instill confidence in others.
My partner and I were fighting pretty much every day and driving each other crazy. Thank goodness for the Lovemaking Collective. With our intervention, my partner and I have learned how to communicate calmly and get to the root of our conflicts. I'm a sweetheart for life.
Well, that was an interesting side quest.
Ah, yes, a logical suggestion. Unfortunately, it's an inaccurate one. I returned to my neighbors to ask follow-up questions, and they regaled me with the rest of the anecdote about their dog's dip in the water. Although entering the canal was accidental, the dog was having a tremendous time once she was in there. The real trick was convincing her to come back aboard, but my neighbors say they never lost sight of her, and eventually they were able to haul her back into their own narrow boat. The dog has an alibi, so this case remains unsolved. But also, weird that you just took their word for it. Okay, sure. Ha, you're going for a promotion as well. Good luck to you. I bet your big boss was pleased with you for mentioning the magazine. The recipe was a good show. My big boss was gobbling down the pumpkin pasta in her delicate, refined manner. I don't know yet whether I've got the promotion, but everything went perfectly last night. I'm feeling good about it. Everything. No! See, but at least you were together. See, it's important that you had each other, though, because guaranteed it would have still gone wrong if your buddy had gone by himself, and then he would have been sad that he was lost by himself. We were kind of short on cash, even though we pulled together all our money, so we tried to get away with not buying tickets for the train since it wasn't that long of a journey. Oh my fucking god, that was a fail. Guess we were lucky the conductor only made us buy tickets instead of issuing a fine. Jake Reloading 92 was like the bad kind of hyper on the bus and kept deciding it must be time to get off. I asked whether he was sure, and he was like, yeah, but then we discovered that it actually was much further. He did that to us twice, but third time lucky one, and we got off at the right stop. Had to pay the bus fare 3 times for one journey. What a muppet. Got there in the end, and Jake Reloading 92 and Max Caliber were reunited. Don't like to admit it, but I got a bit emotional with myself seeing them so happy together. By the time Max Caliber had treated us to a chippy dinner, we had to head back. It was important to get our timing right because we couldn't risk being late home. Got to the train station and realized we didn't have enough cash left to buy the tickets. Thought we'd have to both get the coach, but I calculated that we could afford one train ticket and one coach ticket, so I insisted that Jake Reloading 92 get the train since it's faster and it's easy enough for me to cover being late. But if he'd been late, I'm pretty sure his parents have a proper torture interrogation chamber thing hidden behind a bookcase or in a secret basement or something. I'm not even joking. When I got home, I lied to my parents that I lost track of time in the computer rooms at school, and they believed me. I do that sometimes anyway, so it seemed normal to them. No drama. I'm glad I was there for Jake Reloading 92. It was actually a pretty boss IRL adventure. I fucking told you. Why'd you open it with this shit, bro? Fucking told you. I'm so hired, right? Unfortunately. What? We felt you did an adequate job of offering useful advice, and you certainly helped some of the people who wrote in. However, there were still too many unsatisfactory replies to meet the high standards of our publication. Fucking suck butts, dude. What the fuck? As such, we cannot see hiring you as a wise investment. Please sign out when you're ready to bring your week with us to an end. Blah-biddy blah-biddy blah. I should have fucking clicked on that spin. No! Oh my god, I'm so sorry you didn't get that job, but I really hope that you enjoyed the experience. Anyway, you got to work as EF Magazine's Agony Aunt for a week, and that's still one hell of an accomplishment. Be proud of yourself, okay? There will be more opportunities to become an Agony Aunt. Don't give up.
Damn. Contacts. Oh, that's a cute way to do the credits. Oh, I love that. Good shit. Is that it? I did it. Okay, now I kind of want to speed through to that one part where you... Hold on. Hold on. Oh, my coffee. I gotta speed through to that one part where you get the spam email that's like, please give us all of your information. Click on this to reset your password. It's very important. I see, and I could click on the other ones, but I'm trying to speed through this. I guess it doesn't matter what answers I give because we're not. Although I did do really well on the first couple of these. We were killing it. And then we fucked up really bad somewhere along the way. You know, I still don't think that I gave the wrong answer for the lamp thing. Like, giving a gift back is so much worse than just like sucking it up and being like, yeah, sure, I'll keep this. I tried clicking on it and it didn't work. I mean, I know that this isn't like the thing that was specifically like, click here, but also, I'm gonna fucking tell this stupid loser to return the fucking lamp, and I'm gonna piss myself when they reply that actually that was a great idea. Bullshit. Aha! Let me click here. Ah, man. I wanted to really beef this all up. Damn. I thought that maybe that would be a bad ending. And it would be like, you got hacked, you fucking idiot. Oh, well. Well. That was Agony Aunt. Good shit. I love that there's a bunch of options so that you can go back through it again and do different ones. And you can also go back through it again to do the same ones and then pick the right answers. Because apparently fucking up a couple of them is too much for this really cool fucking highbrow magazine. It's just so cool and tight and whatever. But yep, that was it. Hope y'all have a good one. Take care. Bye.